like what route I was going to take in life. I didn't really think that far ahead. You know, like I was only living in the moment. I was out, chasing girls, of course. Was drinking, smoking weed. That was the thing to do back then.
Growing up, like, I've never really seen what a Christian was supposed to be. We never really talked about, like, Christianity and stuff, but I do remember, like, my father always had a cross necklace. I mean, he never talked to me about it, I guess because I was still, like, younger. I think I was, like, 13 or 14. Drinking, doing, like, after my dad passed away, doing, like, everything that I shouldn't have.
When we started dating, we were 17. Right? Yeah, and, we were just young kids growing up in the city. Like, we didn't really know. We knew, but we didn't really know better, and there was no one telling us, like, what was good and what wasn't. So we just went on and did what we wanted to do. My great-grandma, she was a very strong believer, and, like, that's all she ever talked about was, like, how good God was to her and that she prayed for us. And I think, like, seeing those glimpses at an early age, like, even if you weren't following, like, you had an idea of who he was, and just wanted to feel, like, the kind of happiness that she felt. My friends were going to, like, the mission. We went to the mission from, like, elementary school all the way up through, like, high school, and, like, we learned about Christ there. Like, that was the foundation. Just never really decided to follow. When you went back home, it was back home temptations and back home things that were easily to get into.
I've always felt God's love. I've always believed that there was something like God or Jesus or something like that, but I've never really, like, I guess, was comfortable pursuing it, if that makes sense. Going to church was kind of scary because, like, I guess I never really understood what going to church really was. I started going to God's Little Angels, and Amy Bowerhand, she used to always talk about me and Leah, like, crawling underneath the tables and, like, saying bad words and stuff. When I was 16, I met Jermaine from he hung around where we lived at, and then he went to church pretty much some Sundays, so that kind of made me want to go to
church. Gwen invited us to her care group and started going to her care group every Tuesday for like 2 years, and that's kind of where we got her. That's where we decided that we wanted to, like, start pursuing God more actively and just live the Christian life.
It was uncomfortable at first, like, getting into it and talking about, like, the Bible, praying. I prayed, but it wasn't something that I did unless I guess I was in a jam. So then going to care group really, I guess, brought me back to it, like Christianity.
Like, when we started to go to care group, it was kind of like we were amongst people who were our age range, and we could, like, learn together, and we could, like, you know, if we had questions, we could run our questions off of them. And Gwen and Chauncey were always so, like, open, like, willing to pray for us and willing to, like dig deeper into the Word with us, and we really got a grasp of what we were learning and what it meant to be a Christian, like, and not just, like, from what we read in the Bible, but also from hanging around other Christians. Like, we got a good grasp of what it felt like. I think that's what we needed, and that's what really like led us to be serious. I started to go to the youth group with Danny, like, helping out every not every Friday, every once in a while. And I started to feel like I have something to offer. Like, I've been out in the streets, and I know it's not good. Like, there's nothing out there. You're never going to be satisfied with just the street life, you know. So my wife started to come. So I just knew that the way, well, at that time she wasn't my wife, but I just knew that we needed to, in order to show like a better example, like we needed to be like put our relationship under God and show the youth that, hey, like, we're 23 and 24 years old, like, and we're serious about God, we're serious about each other, we want to be married, and that's what we did. Rena's gifts are, she's a very like protective person, like very like honest person, like whether it's good or bad, she'll let you know exactly what she feels. She has a nurturing feel to her. You can like screw her over like 10 times and she'll still say, hey, look out for you. Perfect example was at the art museum last weekend when we had a few of the kids, and me and Rena was looking through the art gallery, and she's like, where are the kids? I'm like, let them run, they'll be okay. No, we're responsible for them. Let's go find them. I was like, okay, you go find them. I'll be over here looking at this sculpture.
Jermaine is understanding. I think he's compassionate. Like, when he knows he's right. And he'll, like, prove it to, like, the last drop of blood in his body.
Well, being baptized is a way to publicly display who you are and what you stand for. And a lot of people don't believe that I am who I say I am. And they want to like try and pull me back into a way of life that I used to live. And to me, this is a way to say, like, look, I'm serious. This is the new me. Like, I'm living for God. I'm living for Christ. Like, this is me. This is what you're going to get. So if you don't like that, then I don't know what to tell you.
I'm deciding to get baptized is to show everyone that I'm not ashamed to be a Christian. I just want it to be known that, like, I'm a follower of God.
But I want to let people know that, like you can do it. Like, it's going to be hard and it's going to be tough, but the goal is to not stop, like, to never stop, like, moving your legs. I don't ask for God to, like, come and, like, save everything and save the day. I just ask Him to show me a way to get to the end, like. And it's like almost like I always feel like I get like the short end of the stick, but I think I wouldn't rather have it any other way. Like, I've been dealing with the short end for so long. If I get the tall end, I might not know how to act, Like, a lot of people or a lot of even friends, like, say that like they're Christian, but that's only when the lights are on. What about when the lights go off? Or when it gets tough? You have a relationship with God, like, where you don't have to walk that road by yourself anymore. You got someone who will meet you and walk with you. Favorite verse, it's right here on my arm. Romans 1:16 says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes, first to the Jew, then to the Gentile." It means exactly what I'm doing. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. I want the world to know that I'm a Christian, and I won't deny Jesus 3 times.
I'll survive, 'cause I got sweet victory.